Take a moment to listen. This message reveals why embracing your own freedom is crucial for your spiritual journey. While family brings love and comfort, some ties may unknowingly hold you back from fully stepping into your higher self. It's not about rejecting them. It's about protecting the divine essence within you and staying true to your soul's path. If this resonates with you, leave a comment saying, "I choose freedom." Share this message with those who need to hear it, and subscribe for more enlightening wisdom. Your soul's path is sacred. Honor it fiercely. Now, let's explore how breaking free from certain family expectations can open the door to your greatest spiritual growth. Dear chosen ones, your spiritual journey is a gentle unfolding, a quiet whisper urging you to discover your higher self and embrace the personal freedom to live authentically. As you step into this sacred path, you may feel a deep desire to grow, to bloom into who you truly are. But sometimes the people we love most, our family, can feel like a gentle weight, holding us back from our divine purpose. This isn't about turning away from the love you share with your family. Family is our first home. The warmth of a parent's encouragement, the laughter of a sibling's shared memory. Yet, for those of you called to rise, to break free from old ways, the family dynamic can sometimes feel like a cozy blanket that's just a bit too heavy. Have you ever felt this? That quiet pull when your heart yearns to soar, but your family's expectations keep you tethered? Let's sit together in this moment. Your spiritual growth is like a seedling stretching toward sunlight, craving space to thrive. But families, with all their love, often carry karmic patterns, unspoken rules or habits passed down through generations. These patterns can lock you into roles that no longer fit. Maybe you're the fixer, always smoothing over family arguments, like when your mom calls you to settle a sibling spat. Or perhaps you're the dreamer, gently teased at the dinner table for your meditation habit or your talk of mindfulness. These moments, though wrapped in love, can dim your spark, making you question your spiritual awakening. Think of your spiritual journey as a quiet walk through a forest. Your family's love is the shade of familiar trees, but to reach the open meadow of your divine purpose, you may need to step beyond their canopy. This is your birthright, chosen one, the freedom to choose your path, to let your light shine without hesitation. So, take a deep breath with me. In the moments ahead, we'll explore how these family dynamics unfold and how you can protect your heart while staying true to your self-discovery. You're not alone, dear one, and I'm here cheering for your personal transformation. Keep walking. Your light is ready to bloom. Reason 1. How family can shape your spiritual journey. As you step onto your spiritual journey, dear chosen ones, you may feel a quiet stirring, a call to uncover your higher self and embrace the personal freedom to live authentically. This path is sacred, a dance of self-discovery that promises growth and truth. Yet as you begin to walk it, you might notice a gentle tension, a pull from the very people who know you best, your family. Let's explore the first reason together, not with judgment, but with compassion and curiosity. As we open our hearts to understand why the love we hold so dear can sometimes quietly hold us back from the growth our soul longs for. Family is often our first mirror, reflecting who we are through shared laughter, traditions, and unspoken bonds. It's the comfort of a parent's advice or the familiarity of a sibling's teasing. But for those called to rise, to weave a new thread in the tapestry of their soul, this mirror can sometimes reflect an older version of you, one that no longer fits. Why? Because families, with all their warmth, are shaped by family dynamics, patterns of expectations, roles, and habits that anchor us to the past. These patterns aren't meant to confine you, but they can feel like a well-worn path, urging you to stay within its lines. Consider the moments when you've tried to grow. Maybe you started journaling to heal old wounds, only to hear a family member say, "Why dwell on the past?" Or perhaps you set a boundary, like skipping a family gathering to recharge, and felt the sting of your mom's disappointed sigh. These reactions, though rooted in love, can make you question your spiritual awakening. Society tells us family is our foundation, but as a chosen one, you're learning that true growth often means building a new foundation, one rooted in your truth. This tension isn't about blame. It's about seeing your family as a chapter in your spiritual journey, one that teaches you to honor both their love and your need to evolve. Your heart craves personal transformation, but family expectations can feel like a gentle hand pulling you back to who you've always been. The responsible one who fixes disputes, or the dreamer who's expected to get practical. These roles, while familiar, can dim your light, keeping you from the divine purpose you're meant to fulfill. Your spiritual growth begins with a simple act, recognizing that you have the freedom to choose your path. Think of your soul as a river, flowing toward a vast ocean of possibility. Your family's love is the riverbank, guiding you for a time. But to reach the open sea, you may need to carve a new course. This isn't about leaving them behind. It's about trusting your inner compass to guide you towards self-discovery. What patterns in your family might be holding you back from shining fully? As we move forward, let's uncover how these family dynamics play out and how you can protect your light while honoring your unique path. Reason 2. Navigating emotional traps in family relationships. Dear chosen ones, as you tread your spiritual journey, you're tuning into the soft call of your higher self, guiding you toward personal freedom and self-discovery. Yet within the familiar embrace of family, you might feel a quiet tug, an emotional pull that makes your steps falter. This is the second reason your spiritual path can feel so complex. The emotional traps woven into even the most loving relationships. Have you ever felt this? A moment where your heart yearns to grow, but the weight of family expectations holds you back? Let's gently explore these dynamics together, uncovering how they shape your path and how you can rise above with grace. Family ties are woven with love, through a parent's guiding words or a sibling's shared laughter. But these bonds often carry unspoken expectations that quietly challenge your spiritual expansion. Perhaps your parents urge you to follow a path they understand, dismissing your dream of teaching yoga as impractical. Or maybe a sibling's playful jabs about your newfound mindfulness sting more than they admit. These moments, though seemingly small, can plant seeds of doubt, making you question your sacred unfolding. When you choose your spiritual journey, perhaps by setting a boundary, like declining a family event to honor your need for solitude and meditation, you may hear echoes of disapproval. You're being selfish, a parent might say. A sibling might tease, "You've changed." And in that moment, guilt may rise. A soft, persistent whisper that you're letting them down. This guilt becomes a tender trap, luring you back into the roles you once wore. The fixer, the peacekeeper, the one who puts everyone else first. But here's a gentle truth, whispered from your soul. Guilt is not your compass. It's merely a signal that something old is being transformed. Your growth may unsettle the familiar, but it does not betray it. In choosing yourself, you're not abandoning love. You're anchoring deeper into it through authenticity. By recognizing this emotional snare, you can release its grip and step fully into your divine becoming. What feelings arise when you think of choosing your spiritual journey over family expectations? Sit with them, honor them, then ask, which voice is truly yours? As we move forward, let's explore how to navigate these emotions with clarity and compassion. so you can protect your sacred light while staying rooted in love. Reason 3. Embracing growth beyond loved ones. Sometimes, dear chosen ones, the most profound shift on your spiritual path comes not from grand awakenings, but from quiet realizations. The moment you sense that your growth is creating distance between you and those you deeply love. This is the third reason your journey may stir inner conflict. The gentle ache of expanding beyond the boundaries of familiar relationships. As you continue to awaken, you may find yourself wondering, can I become who I'm meant to be without losing those who've always been part of me? Family is often the heartbeat of our beginnings, the safety in a parent's smile, the comfort of shared stories with a sibling. But as you lean into your soul's unfolding, the distance may start to reveal itself. Maybe your father gives you a puzzled glance when you share a dream you recorded the night before. Maybe your sister pulls away when you talk about the meditation retreat you've been saving for. These small disconnections carry a deeper weight, the fear that your blossoming self no longer fits the old container. And that fear, though tender, is a sign of expansion. Your spirit, like a river flowing beyond its banks, is seeking open space. It's not that your family no longer loves you, it's that your growth challenges the unspoken comfort of sameness. But remember, growing doesn't mean walking away from love. It means walking toward your purpose, with love in your heart. It means trusting that even if others don't walk beside you now, your light may still guide them later. Your healing deepens when you realize this. You are not meant to shrink to preserve closeness. You are meant to rise, with grace, with gentleness, with unwavering faith in the path that calls you. In honoring your truth, you give silent permission for others to one day do the same. Instead of asking whether your growth will create distance, ask yourself, what parts of me are finally ready to be seen, even if not everyone understands them yet? Reason 4. Boundaries as acts of self-love. There comes a point, dear chosen ones, when your spiritual path quietly asks for more than reflection. It asks for protection. This is the fourth reason your journey toward inner freedom may feel tender. Learning to set boundaries with those you love. It's not an act of defiance. It's a declaration of devotion to your soul, your peace, and your becoming. Family, in all its beauty, is a tapestry of care, stitched together by moments of shared laughter and long-held rituals. Yet within these threads, there are patterns that can unknowingly dim your light. Maybe a parent's endless questions about why you skip dinner to meditate leave you second-guessing your choices. Or perhaps a sibling brushes off your excitement about a new wellness practice with a casual, "You're always chasing something." These moments, though often unintentional, chip away at your clarity, making it harder to stay anchored in your truth. Boundaries are your sacred response. They are how you whisper to yourself, "I am worthy of peace." Choosing to pause certain conversations, limiting your time in draining spaces, or simply saying, "Not today." These are all ways you honor your growth. It's not about shutting others out. It's about creating space where your spirit can breathe, where your dreams can root deeply. Imagine your soul as a garden in bloom. Boundaries are the gentle fence that keeps the tender petals safe from unkind weather. They don't block out the sun. They invite in only what helps you flourish. This is your quiet power, choosing not just who you are, but what you allow into the sacred space of your becoming. Instead of wondering if setting boundaries will disappoint others, ask yourself this: what kind of love do I need to offer myself right now to truly grow? Reason 5. Breaking free from stagnation. There's a moment on every sacred path, dear chosen ones, when your soul whispers, "It's time to rise." And yet, that whisper is often met with stillness, not because you lack direction, but because the weight of familiar love asks you to stay. This is the fifth reason your spiritual journey may feel restrained. The quiet comfort of stagnation, hidden within the embrace of family. You're not resisting growth. You're wrestling with the fear of leaving behind what once felt like home. Family is a haven of stories, laughter, and care, a space that shaped the earliest version of you. But as your spirit expands, those early roles can begin to feel like clothes you've outgrown. Maybe you silence your passion for mindfulness to avoid a parent's furrowed brow, or stay busy solving everyone's problems while your own dreams gather dust. These choices, though born from love, become chains, subtle, unspoken expectations that keep you circling the same place when your soul is ready to fly. Here's a gentle truth. Your evolution requires motion. Growth is not passive. It's a series of sacred disruptions. Saying no to a family custom in favor of a meditation retreat isn't rejection. It's redirection. Voicing your beliefs despite discomfort isn't rebellion. It's realignment. Every time you choose yourself in the face of hesitation, you loosen the grip of stagnation and step closer to your divine calling. To break free is not to abandon, it is to trust. Trust that your light was never meant to stay small for the sake of peace. Trust that your courage to shift will ripple outward, even if others don't yet understand. You are not here to remain, you're here to rise. So ask yourself, not, what will they think if I change? But rather, what parts of me are waiting to come alive once I do? Reason 6. The power of a new perspective. At some point on your sacred path, dear chosen ones, you may begin to realize that transformation isn't just about moving forward, it's about seeing differently. This is the sixth reason your spiritual journey deepens, the power of shifting your perspective. When old dynamics resurface, not to block you, but to teach you. When family reactions sting less because you've learned to see with soul eyes. That's when true healing begins. Family is a profound gift, woven from acts of love, loyalty, and shared beginnings. Think of your mother cheering your first school recital, or your brother's quiet support during a heartbreak. These moments are sacred, and they've helped shape the resilience you carry now. But spiritual awakening invites a reframe, to see family not as your boundary, but as your backdrop. When a loved one questions your growth, perhaps doubting your choice to attend a mindfulness retreat, it may no longer feel like rejection. It's simply their fear speaking, a reflection of their own resistance to change. This shift in how you see them and yourself is your liberation. Rather than shrinking under their doubts, you rise in compassion. You recognize that their path is not yours to carry, and their reactions no longer define your truth. With this new vision, you begin to protect your peace. You limit conversations that drain, choose silence when needed, and release the urge to explain your soul's journey to those not ready to hear it. And slowly, a deeper wisdom takes root. The realization that your growth doesn't require everyone's understanding to be valid. Their confusion, their discomfort, it's not a sign you're on the wrong path. It's often a sign you're walking a new one they've never dared to explore. You can bless their journey while still committing fully to your own. Perspective is your sacred lens. When you choose to view your family through love instead of pain, through understanding instead of hurt, you reclaim your power. You don't love less, you love wiser. You love from a place where both they and your soul can coexist, even if not always closely. So instead of asking, why don't they understand me? Ask yourself, what opens within me when I choose to understand them without losing myself? Reason 7. Breaking free from seeking approval. There comes a tender point in every spiritual journey, dear chosen ones, when you realize that freedom isn't just about following your soul, It's about releasing the need for others to applaud the path you take. This is the seventh reason your growth may feel heavy: the subtle, lingering pull of seeking approval, especially from those whose love shaped your earliest sense of self. Have you ever hesitated to share your truth, not out of doubt but out of longing, for a nod, a smile, a "we understand"? Family is our first mirror of belonging. Their love nurtures us, their praise lifts us. But somewhere along the way, many of us learn to tie our worth to their reactions. Maybe you were the sensitive one, the creative one, the dreamer who heard, "Why can't you be more practical?" Those words echo softly but persistently, and in moments of vulnerability, they can lead you to question the authenticity of your calling. You may find yourself muting your passion for energy healing, tucking away your spiritual books, or over-explaining your practices, just to feel safe in their presence. This emotional conflict creates a tension between your soul's freedom and your heart's longing for acceptance. You want to grow, but you also want to be seen. And here's a sacred truth to hold close: you do not need permission to be who you already are. Their inability to understand your transformation does not make it any less valid. Their hesitation is not rejection, it's reflection. Often, it mirrors their own discomfort with change. To release this pattern, begin by turning inward. Journaling your truth, breathing deeply into moments of fear, and anchoring in affirmations like, "I am enough as I am," become quiet acts of reclamation. Practice speaking with clarity and kindness. This path brings me peace, even when met with puzzled silence. And create gentle boundaries, not to exclude, but to protect the sacred space where your soul unfolds. Letting go of the need for approval isn't coldness, it's coming home to your center. It's recognizing that your spiritual path doesn't require consensus to be true. You were never meant to shrink so others could stay comfortable. You were born to shine, and you no longer need permission to do so. Reason 8. Protecting your sacred energy. There comes a time, dear chosen ones, when your spiritual journey asks not only for devotion, but for protection. This is the 8th reason your path toward freedom may feel delicate. Your sacred energy, the very fire fueling your growth, must be guarded with care. Within the love of family, you may feel safe, but also stretched, dimmed, or quietly drained. You're not imagining it. Your spirit, attuned to subtle vibrations, senses the shift. And honoring that feeling is part of your awakening. Family is a wellspring of warmth, history, and belonging. They are the keepers of your stories, the holders of your early joys. Yet love, even when genuine, can come with undercurrents. Comments wrapped in concern, habits shaped by dependency. Perhaps your father questions your meditation practice, saying, "That stuff doesn't solve anything." Or a sibling calls only when they need emotional rescue, expecting you to pour from a cup you've barely refilled. These interactions, though not intended to harm, slowly drain the light you're working so hard to tend. What makes this weight even harder to bear is its quietness. It's not always sharp or confrontational. It's subtle. A dismissive laugh, a prolonged silence, a shift in energy that leaves you questioning yourself afterward. As a chosen one, your heightened sensitivity is not a flaw. It's your compass. It tells you when your spirit is being pulled out of alignment. Listening to that message is not selfish, it's sacred. Protecting your energy means choosing your peace over people-pleasing. It's honoring your body's signals, your heart's needs, and your spirit's rhythms. Maybe that looks like stepping away from draining conversations or ending a phone call with grace when it becomes too much. Maybe it's skipping a gathering to spend time in nature, where your soul can breathe. These choices aren't acts of rejection. They are rituals of preservation. You are not here to carry the emotional weight of those around you. You are here to rise, to heal, to shine. And the more you protect your light, the brighter your purpose becomes. You no longer apologize for honoring your energy, because protecting it is how you protect your sacred becoming. Reason 9. Rising above envy and resentment. As your soul begins to bloom, dear chosen ones, your light naturally grows brighter. This radiance, the glow of your authenticity, your courage, your transformation, can inspire, but it can also stir quiet shadows. This is the 9th reason your spiritual path may feel unexpectedly tender. The presence of envy or resentment within those who love you most. Not because they wish you harm, but because your rising reminds them of where they have not yet dared to grow. Family is a sacred web of shared memories and love, woven through birthdays, traditions, and seasons of life. Yet as you take bold steps into your awakening, perhaps starting a wellness project, shifting generational patterns, or making space for stillness, you might feel a subtle resistance, a dismissive comment. Don't overthink all this. A distant silence when you share good news, a change in tone when you mention your next retreat or healing session. These small moments carry weight, not because they're loud, but because they land in the softest parts of your heart. These tensions often come from pain unspoken. Your bravery to evolve may shine a light on dreams your loved ones buried long ago. Your self-trust may echo the risks they never took. But this is not your burden to carry. Their reactions are their own, shaped by fear, regret, or confusion, not a verdict on your worth. Here's what matters most. You are not here to shrink. You are here to shine, to choose your truth, even when it creates distance, to stand in love, even when others sit in discomfort. Protect your energy by choosing when to speak and when to be still. When a conversation turns heavy, it's okay to gently shift the topic or say, "I'd like to focus on something uplifting today." And if certain relationships require distance, give yourself permission to step back with compassion, not guilt. The light you carry is not just for you. It's a reminder to the world that becoming is possible. And when you stay rooted in grace, you offer others the freedom to find their own way, in their own time. You rise not to prove, but to embody the truth that your light was never meant to be dimmed. Reason 10. Embracing your unique spiritual path. There is a quiet power, dear chosen ones, in walking a path no one around you fully understands. This is the 10th reason your spiritual journey may feel both luminous and lonely. You are forging a sacred road that is uniquely yours. And while your heart expands with truth and freedom, the closeness of family may at times feel like a soft resistance, a tension born not of ill will, but of unfamiliarity. Family is often the place where our roots take hold, the source of stories, values, and belonging. Yet when your awakening leads you into new practices like sound healing, journaling visions, or following intuitive nudges, those rooted in tradition may look on with confusion. Maybe your parents chuckle, calling your mindfulness journey just a phase. Or your sibling jokes, "You've joined a cult," brushing off your joy with discomfort masked as humor. These moments can land sharply, not because they lack love, but because they signal a growing gap between who you were and who you're becoming. This distance can feel especially heavy during moments of celebration or vulnerability, when you wish to share your inner joy, only to be met with silence or subtle deflection, or when you face a spiritual struggle and realize those closest to you can't quite hold space for it. These moments can stir a quiet grief, the ache of being deeply changed while still deeply connected. But here's a truth that grounds you deeper. You are not lost, you are evolving. And evolution can look like misunderstanding to those who've stayed the same. You do not need to explain your soul's path to be worthy of walking it. You do not owe translation, to those not ready to listen. Their doubt is not your delay. Their skepticism is not your signal to shrink. Instead, respond with quiet confidence. Choose acceptance over defense. Honor their story without sacrificing yours. You may gently shift the focus when conversations feel heavy, or take sacred pauses from certain interactions when your energy needs restoration. These acts are not distance, they are devotion to your divine alignment. And remember, even if they cannot yet see your path clearly, the love you carry for them still flows. Your authenticity, expressed through compassion and boundaries, can plant seeds that may bloom later in the silence of their own seeking. You were never meant to blend in. Your truth, your practices, your inner peace, they are not trends or phases. They are echoes of your purpose, pulsing through every choice you make in love. Your path is not theirs to understand. It is yours to embody with unwavering grace. Dear chosen ones, as you deepen your spiritual journey, you're awakening to a profound calling, a sacred mission to heal and transform not just yourself, but the legacy of your family. This path is more than personal growth. It's about shifting the very energy that has been passed down through generations. Have you ever felt a quiet nudge, a sense that you're here to change something much bigger than your own story? Let's explore together how breaking generational curses is your gift to your lineage, a radiant act of self-discovery and personal freedom that reshapes family dynamics for good. Your family carries a rich history, woven with love, but also threaded with unseen wounds, patterns of struggle that have been handed down over time. These generational curses might show up in many ways: recurring conflicts in relationships, such as the arguments that echo from your grandparents' time to yours, the silent tension that builds during family gatherings, or persistent financial stress that seems to haunt every generation. As a chosen one, you see beyond the surface, recognizing these patterns not as fate, but as unhealed wounds, waiting for someone to step forward and heal them. This awareness is your power, a spark that sets you apart to bring emotional healing and freedom to your lineage. This mission is sacred, but it can feel heavy. When you choose to challenge these patterns by embracing healthy communication instead of silence, or prioritizing your well-being over family expectations, you may face resistance. A parent might call your changes unnecessary, their discomfort a natural response to the unfamiliar. But here's the truth. This work is an act of self-love, not defiance. It's not about rejecting your family or their legacy. It's about transforming it. Start by reflecting on your family's story. What struggles repeat themselves? What unresolved pain lingers beneath the surface? Journaling about these patterns or seeking therapy can help you confront inherited wounds and free yourself from them. Set boundaries with love, like stepping back from toxic dynamics to protect your energy. And most importantly, live authentically, whether through mindful practices, bold life choices, or small acts of self-care, so that you can show what is possible. By breaking these cycles, you don't just heal yourself. You create a new legacy of freedom, light, and love that honors your ancestors while lighting a path for future generations. Your courage, chosen one, is not just a personal victory. It is a beacon of spiritual growth that guides those who follow. This sacred work is not easy, but it is necessary. And as you continue this journey, let's discover how prioritizing your soul's purpose strengthens your personal transformation and the transformation of all those who are touched by your light. As you walk your spiritual journey, the path ahead will inevitably ask for your deepest loyalty to your higher calling. This divine mission, unique to you, is why you were chosen: to break free from limiting beliefs, rise above the ordinary, and illuminate the way for others. However, the expectations of family can often pull you away from this sacred purpose. Choosing your higher calling over family expectations is not rebellion. It is a devotion to your soul's truth. Family expectations are deeply rooted in tradition, culture, and fear. They stem from their experiences and limitations, often manifesting as pressure to pursue a specific career, conform to norms, or maintain relationships that no longer serve you. While these expectations come from love, they conflict with your spiritual path. As someone on a sacred journey, your path requires stepping into the unknown, challenging convention, and following your higher self. This path is often misunderstood by those within the confines of societal or familial norms, creating tension between duty and purpose. One of the greatest challenges is navigating the delicate balance between honoring family duties and embracing your spiritual calling. You may feel torn between respecting your family's wishes and honoring your soul's truth. This is not just emotional, it's spiritual. When you prioritize family expectations over your higher calling, you suppress your true self and hinder your growth. Loyalty to your higher calling doesn't mean abandoning your family. It means setting boundaries, making difficult choices, and staying true to your divine mission, even when it goes against their expectations. By choosing your purpose, you are not rejecting your family. You are choosing authenticity. Choosing your higher calling requires immense courage. You may face criticism or even rejection from those you love. This is painful but necessary. The path of spiritual growth is not about pleasing others. It's about fulfilling your soul's purpose. When you choose your calling, you send a powerful message to the universe. I am ready to step into my true self. This act opens doors, aligns you with divine opportunities, and strengthens your connection to your higher self. It also sets an example for your family, showing them what it means to live authentically, even if they don't fully understand. When you align your life with your higher calling, you experience profound freedom. The weight of family expectations is lifted, and you move forward with clarity and purpose. This freedom allows you to embrace your gifts, fulfill your mission, and create a life that reflects your true essence. Remember, loyalty to your higher calling is the ultimate act of self-love and divine service. Trust in your journey and know that staying true to your purpose will lead you to the fulfillment and peace your soul seeks. On your spiritual journey, your soul is calling for growth, a vibrant invitation to expand, create, and fully embody your higher self. Yet within the familiar embrace of family, you may feel a gentle pull to stay as you've always been. Have you ever sensed this tug, this quiet invitation to remain unchanged? Let's explore together how embracing your personal freedom allows you to blossom beyond these family dynamics, igniting your spiritual growth. Family is a warm hearth, offering love and a sense of belonging. But their familiar ways, unspoken rules like always put family first, or roles like the caretaker who soothes every conflict, can feel like a cozy blanket that's just a bit too heavy. For instance, your parents might expect you to stay close to home, questioning your choice to pursue a passion like writing spiritual poetry. Or a sibling might tease when you swap family dinners for a meditation class, their words subtly urging you to conform. These patterns, though comforting, can dim your spark, holding you to an older version of yourself. Here's a gentle truth. Your self-discovery thrives in open spaces, where you can explore, question, and heal without the weight of expectations. Creating this space isn't about turning away from love. It's an act of self-love, a gift to your evolving soul. You might choose to limit time in family settings that feel stifling, opting instead for quiet moments to journal or practice mindfulness. These choices give you room to align with your divine purpose, to weave a life of authenticity and joy. By embracing this freedom, you step into your fullest potential, a radiant light that inspires others, even those who don't yet see your path. Your growth is a masterpiece unfolding, And it's a reminder that true transformation begins when we allow ourselves the freedom to evolve beyond what we've always known. Thank you for joining me in exploring this spiritual journey and personal growth. I hope these insights have inspired you and helped you stay true to your path of self-discovery and development. I wish you strength, freedom, and loyalty to the higher calling you're pursuing. Keep walking this path, for you deserve all the wonderful things the universe has to offer. If you found these messages helpful, don't forget to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Share this video with those you believe will benefit from it. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Remember, this path is yours, and you are worthy of shining brightly. Thank you for joining me on this journey.